All right. Okay, hey everyone. Hey, tonight I want to make a follow-up video on Rabbi Yosef Mizrachi. And a few months ago I made a video where I gave an assessment of him, and the title of that previous video was Rabbi Yosef Mizrachi is a Christ-denying, Bible-rejecting, blasphemous reprobate. And you know how you might make a video and then it gets popular at some point later? You know, I guess a lot of his Silversteins and Goldsteins and Cohen folks, you know, the bumpy nose Jew folks, they somehow came and found that video, and they are just leaving me all kinds of nice comments. And I want to cover some of those comments. But what they really got onto me about was they said that he never denied that Jesus existed. They said that he's never stated that. And I want to read you, and I want to show you some comments where they say that. And most of the time when you hear Rabbi Yosef Mizrachi talk, well, first of all, let me say that a YouTuber asked me to listen to him. And so I did. You know, I invested about 6 hours of my life, and I listened to the garbage that came out of his mouth. And he's exactly in the same category as these black Hebrew Israelites that claim they are the chosen ones of God based upon their black DNA. Rabbi Yosef Mizrachi claims that he's the chosen, him and his kind are the chosen ones of God based upon their Jewish DNA and their bumpy noses. So, you know, they claim that they are the chosen ones of God, and that God doesn't love the Gentiles, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. We've heard the story many times. It's just different races of people that, you know, claim that, when the Bible clearly says that if you believe in Jesus Christ, you can be born again and become the seed of Abraham. But anyway, let's go back to this point where I actually said in my video that he denied that Jesus even existed. And keep in mind that I don't spend a lot of time, other than those 6 hours I invested, like watching Rabbi Yosef Mizrachi. He's not my favorite guy, right? He's a Jewish blasphemer, Christ-denying, Bible-rejecting guy. And a lot of times when he talks, he will not deny that Jesus existed. He'll say that he really existed, and he'll talk as if he existed. And it really, it's like, did I just make this up? Surely I didn't just get on camera and lie about Rabbi Yosef Mizrachi, and I couldn't remember where I saw him say that, right? And all of these people were like saying, he never said that, he never said that, but yet I claimed he said it. It's like, well, surely I just didn't make that up, you know? And so anyway, I believe that, you know, by the grace of God, I was able to find it where he exactly said what I said he said. And first of all, before I get to the point, because I want to play you guys that clip where he says what I said he said, and then I want to, first of all, I want to share with you some of the comments that I got, just so you'll understand why I'm making this video. The first one is kind of funny, just kind of show you the mindset of these Jewish folks towards me as a Gentile Christian. They consider me, you know, unclean, the Gentile dog. The first one is, I want to bash your ugly, ignorant face deep into your skull, you redneck piece of SHIT. So that comes from a nice Jewish defender of Rabbi Yosef Mizrachi. Another, this next comment from the same man, newsflash idiot, all Jews reject JC and the New Testament, you stupid, ignorant piece of SHIT. So that seems to be one of their favorite words. I knew that all Jews reject Jesus Christ. I said that he denied that he even existed, right? There's a difference between rejecting Jesus as the Messiah and saying that Jesus never even existed. I'm saying that he not only rejects him as the Messiah, as all Jews do, but he also said that Jesus never existed. I'm going to play you a clip and prove that he said that. Brother Bargain 1 in the same comment says, also Rabbi Mizrachi never said that JC never existed. He admits JC exists and was born of a human father. Well, the problem is, Brother Bargain 1, is you haven't listened to Rabbi Yosef Mizrachi obviously as much as I have, because you would have picked up on what I picked up on. And you didn't, you know, it seems that he changes his story depending on who the audience is. Another guy by the name of Oberchochum left me this comment. It says, besides, you're lying through your teeth. Almost everything you quote from him is untrue, starting with him denying JC. The fact that Christianity comes from paganism, you're obviously not watched any of his speeches, or you're hoping none of your viewers will bother looking into it. Well, I tell you what, Oberchochum, I'm not even going to, I'm going to do your homework for you. I went and found exactly where he said that Christianity is likely to have come from paganism. And I'm going to play you that clip, and I'm going to play you where he denies that, that Jesus Christ even existed. And here's the clip. And so your entire comment is absolutely wrong. And I'm waiting for an apology from you on what you stated to me in that comment. And I hope that you'll, as soon as you see this video, I expect you'll be issuing me an apology. But anyway, here's what Rabbi Yosef Mizrachi has to say about the paganistic roots of Christianity and the fact whether Jesus Christ even existed or not. So here goes that.
You don't know who you're dealing with. You want to believe in him? How do you believe in something you don't know who he is? You first have to know who he is. The more you know him, the higher the level of faith you have in him. The less you know him, the lower the level of faith. If you don't ever know, if there's no way to know in the entire religion, like Christianity, not one proof, nothing, not one prophecy in the entire book, not one prophecy, nothing to prove that the book is divine. It's all based on stories, parts of history. If they happen or not, nobody knows. You have to believe those JC, even though all the odds indicating that he never existed. Why? Because the story of him and the virgin and all that appears in other cultures which are older than Christianity. So it's very high possibility that somebody copied it from another fairy tale that was mentioned by another cult, and based on that, the whole story of Christianity. There's no indication he ever existed. Why am I saying what I say? Because Christianity really started between 70 and 300 years after he died. Assuming he did live, assuming he lived, the people who started to write the stories about his life, what we call the evangelists, they started to write the books of Christianity between 70 to 300 years after he died, which means none of them ever saw his face. None of them has any proof that he ever lived. It's one story after the other. Nobody can prove if he really said what he said. That's it. So based on that, almost 2 billion people dedicating their life to a belief that there's not even 1% chance it really happens. Not one witness to one of his stories. It's all stories. Nobody ever saw that it really happened.